Alright guys, I know I haven't been on here in a little bit, so I thought I'd give y'all an update. What's going on in my life. Right now I'm walking the dogs, and every day I sit on this porch in the same spot when I walk my dogs. And about a month or so ago, I started smelling something funky, and I was like, "Hey babe, do you smell that?" And he's like, "Yeah, kind of smells like trash." And I was like, "Yeah, kind of smells like, man, what is that?" And so for like a week, I was tracing the smell. Like, I have very strong taste buds and very strong, like, nostrils, whatever. So I'm like sniffing up and down. We have a trash can around the side of the house for, we move trash to there, and then on trash day, take it. So I thought maybe it's the trash can. I opened the trash can. No, it's not the trash can. It's actually pretty decently clean. So then I was like, man. And then I bent down towards my plant that kind of looks like it's dying, my aloe. I realized, okay, it smells a little similar. I was just like, man, it smells like something dead meets trash. I don't know what. Anyway, fast forward a month later or so, and I'm mowing the yard. I'm riding on the riding mower, fat jiggling everywhere, and Sam Squatch, I asked him, could you weed eat for me? Because I'm too fat to be weed eating. Granted, he's big too, but I've been, like, broke down. I've fallen so many times. I'm 7 years older than him. I'm out of shape. He gets more exercise than I do. Ever since I was like a teenager, I've always had a weak back. I've always complained from day one. Standing long periods of time, that's how I got fat before I was even like fat. So anyway, he has endurance. I have to give him that for a big guy too, to have endurance. He can go all day just walking around the yard. And what kills me is he must have a slow thyroid, because he's a big boy. He's my size, but he can go all day out in the sun and he just doesn't lose weight. But whatever. Are you knocking over my glasses, sir? So he's weed eating and he's like, "Hey babe, think I found the problem." I was like, "What is it?" And he said, "Water." I was like, "Oh yeah, there's always been water up under the house, It'll occasionally, when it rains, some water will get left behind under the house, because we don't have a skirting around the house to cover our blocks and everything." So I was like, "It's probably just rainwater stagnant, And he's like, "Looks more than that." So he was like, "You know what? I'll get on the ground, and I want you to go inside. I want you to turn on some things." And I was like, "All right, the bathroom, because that seems to be where the water looks." And I do occasionally hear like water dripping in the wall for some reason. But I don't see any leaks anywhere, as far as the wood or that. But anyway, so he leans up under the house and he's like, "Yep, there's an extensive amount of water under here, and this is where the smell's coming from." And I was like, "Okay." So I turn on the sink and he's like, "Nope, nothing." And I was like, "Okay, it's a shower. You see anything?" Nope, nothing." "Okay, well, I'm gonna turn off the sink. Alright, I'm gonna flush in just a second, okay?" Flush. He's like, "Yep, that's it." And I said, "Well, how much is coming out?" And he's like, "Every bit of it." I was like, So what you're telling me here you're telling me that smell is coming from the toilet, which probably means it's not stagnant water, which probably means it's poop. And he's like, "Yep, looks like toilet paper and everything." I was like, "Oh my god. Oh my god." And you know who I blame? I blame Rob Tacklebox. I know he has to. I just know it's him, because he complains all the time about me being in his yard. He just wanted to finally get me back. But on a serious note, so I'm like, great. Because we're trying to re-level our house right now. And they're not going to get up under there if there is poop under there. So who do you call when there's poop on the ground? You call the plumber. When it's coming from the toilet. So I call the plumber that we used last time. They were pretty good, in and out, did the job, done. Boom, bada bang. So we call them. They say, all right, well, we charge weekends a little higher than normal. We're like, okay, well, I'll wait till Monday because I'm cheap. So I waited till Monday. We had already been waiting like a month, obviously. I mean, what's a tiny little turd gonna be on top of 100 tiny little turds? It's nothing else more. So Monday rolls around and she calls and says someone's on their way. He shows up. He gets under there and he's like, yep, it's coming from your toilet. I'm like, yep. He's like, it looks like the pipe's cut straight in half. Like they did some work a while back and they just forgot to put the coupling over the two pipes where they connect at, and it's just been sitting flush against the other pipe. It looks like they had used a brick to kind of hold the other pipe in place and just never finished covering it. I was like, nobody's been under my house. Nope. Not that I know of. I was like, when we bought this house, we've not had any work done under the house. So, two things are happening. Either A, since we moved in, they never put the cover on it when they were remodeling this house. And it's just now gotten loose enough from the house shifting or whatever. Or B, Rob really did come by, get up under my house, and took my cover. I'm on to you, Rob. You could be expecting a gift from me pretty soon. But anyway, so Monday he leaves and's like, y'all probably be coming back later on with the part. It'll probably be $135 plus parts. $135 an hour plus parts. And I'm like, great. So I'm waiting. Never calls me back. I asked him to call me back if you're not going to show back up. And I said, if you end up having to just come back the next day, please let me know. I sleep during the daytime. I don't want to not know and then stay up because that'll drive me nuts and I won't go to sleep. Tuesday rolls around. He hasn't called. He hasn't shown up. I haven't gotten a call. I call. I'm mad. Sorry, miscommunication. We'll get back with you. Wednesday rolls around. No one has communicated with me. We are now pissed. Oh, that scared the crap out of me. Wednesday rolls around. No one has communicated with us. So now we're like, you know what? Just forget it. I'll call someone else. The lady said, shut up! Can't you see I'm speaking? Hey! I'm speaking. So I'm like, we'll call someone else. Because the problem is they said, well, we're sorry, it's just a health hazard. And I was like, it's a health hazard. Shut up. Swipe on. Anyways, I was like, it was a health hazard the moment that we called you. We said there was a break underneath the house, underneath the toilet, and there's possibly poop on the ground. Don't know how much because we can only see, liquids coming out, but don't know how much. So they knew the health hazard was there. She was like, well, we're going to have to do something. We need to get it dry up under there before we can come out there. And we're like, to get it dry, I would need the pipe fixed. But yet you're telling me to get the pipe fixed. We need to dry it out under there. That's called magic. I don't know how you think that's going to happen, but doesn't happen from where I come from. You just got to fix it. I'm sorry. But thing is they take hepatitis shots for this purpose because they're used to having to deal with poop and stuff and bodily fluids, and they wear slicker suits. So I don't know what the problem was. I think it was just a bunch of bull crap and they didn't want to deal with it. Literally crap, and they didn't want to deal with it. So we were like, fine, you know what? Screw it. You've lost our services. We'll hire somebody else. Bye-bye. Peace out. So we called this dude that we had used years ago when our pump went out for the septic tank. We were like, who would be not afraid? I know who wouldn't be afraid of poop. Septic dude. Because they deal with poop all day long, literally. Poop. Nothing but poop. Whereas plumbers, most of the time they got it easy and it's just like sinks, hoses, pipes that's just regular old water, not having to deal with just the toilet. So we call our septic guy, and bam, there the next day. Next morning, surprise, this was a little early actually. Early. What's really cool is his name is like Mike Myers. So that was pretty cool. He showed up. He was a decent price, cheaper than the other company, mind you. Just a little cheaper. And I was like, okay. The other guy was going to charge me for 3 hours. This dude got it done in under 1. That's also why it was cheaper. Like, dude is serious business. Like, shout out to you, sir. Like, I will definitely be recommending him. That's how you get your word out. Like, shooketh me. So, that made me happy. So, regardless of what you tried to do, Rob, you didn't get us. You might have made us stink a little bit, but he was really quick. So, I'm happy. Yeah, but anyway, that's my story. And then I really had a crappy weekend because, on a serious note, very much serious, I have found out that my cousin passed away, possibly to domestic violence. I just know that knew, and the next day she was dead. So that really hit hard because this was someone that I grew up with, that was my friend for a while there, even after we were kids. But then I've moved off, so I haven't really got to hang out with her in a couple of years, but I still loved her no matter what. So that was what made this partly a crappy week. And then my other cousin also just passed away as well. And what sucks, I just met him like 2 years ago. He just contacted me. I didn't grow up with him. He's way younger than me. And was like, hey, how are we related? Was just getting to know him. Was trying to help him work through some things. And then stuff happens. He dies. So there's that. It's just on top of the COVID-19, on top of the riots, on top of George Floyd dying, I am so done with 2020, y'all. I am so done. And my dog wants to go back inside. So for all of you who came over from TikTok, thank you who took the time to come listen to the rest of the story. Thank you for showing me some love. And y'all have a good night. You have a better week than I did. Bye.